wants it. Nami ngifuna ngothi mangi say crook. All the guys go like, ooh, you know. Ngifuna because I'm a distractions gonna like. It's not like now I don't cause distractions. Like I do cause distractions a bit in my own lane, but ngifuna ba extra, ngifuna ba more. Like ngifuna kuri mangi say, bati yo, you know. You are the someone I've been trying to meet. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, special welcome to you. And if you're old, thank you guys so much for coming back. To all my subscribers, thank you. Kele bohabe, thank you, muchas gracias. Pero my God, say merci beaucoup. Thank you guys so much. I am grateful and I'm super excited. To all my new people, special welcome. Please click on the subscribe button right down there below. Please click on the subscribe button right down there below. Please click on the subscribe button right down there below. Please click on the subscribe button right down there below and give this video a thumbs up. And also please turn on your post notifications so that whenever I upload a video, you would be notified. I am a Cameroonian residing in Johannesburg, and on this channel we'll talk about life in South Africa, which is one of the videos we're going to be doing today, right? And let's go back. Did you subscribe? You didn't. Why ngenzeni? Anyhow, maybe when you get through the video, maybe you'll find the happiness to subscribe. Maybe it was that thing, you know, whatever you want was tola, but I don't know. To all of you who go to the comment section, you write comments, you educate us, thank you guys so much. I want to say something on this channel, guys. This channel, although it's mine, it is our channel, right? When I talk about something, let's say something about South Africa, which you think it's not true, the comment section is for you to always come and rectify it, right? Because there are a lot of people who are going to come across this video and also want to know. And definitely some of them will read your comment. So for some of you who are like scared and you are shy and whatever, please keep your word in the comment section. But most importantly, let's be polite, okay? And on that note, I want to give a shout out to Sis Pumzile, right? Futek is more than get out of here. It's strong and very insulting. So this is in one of my videos where I was talking about like words in South Africa that should not be said, right? And one thing I said was that you mustn't tell people futek, because even in the movies when they say futek, it comes across like, you know, get out. But it's more than that. Like, it's a personal, you know, it's like you've told somebody the F word, you know. So I personally call it the F-venek word, you know. So to anybody out there, you don't say futek to people. And I also feel like, you know, futek when you say it, and really when you're angry, like yeah, and then you say it, yo, it comes out like too personal. Thank you so much, Usis Pumzile, Keleboha, Nyabonga, but thank you so much. Today on the channel, we're going to be asking some questions, right? I know in some of my videos, I talk about cultural shocks. And guys, the thing is that for me personally, right, I have kind of like blended into like the South African community and society, Kuluma, you know, and I can understand a few words. Until these days, like, get confident. I sit in front of a taxi, like, Angisabi Muntu. I'm not scared of anybody. Like, I sit in front of the taxi, I take the money, I give change, and I'm like, Kimbang, show them they change. You say it, and I'll be like, Sabona Baba, Malin Maliako, you know, and like, I'm that girl, right? But there are a few things that are still like, Marawai. So I'm gonna put those questions out there, and I'm please requesting on people, South Africans, to come and tell me, or maybe tell us in the comment section, why are things done this way, or why are things like that? Okay, let's get right in. So the very first thing, right, in this past week, we've heard so much about BRICS. Is it BRICS or BRICS? BRICS, I think, which is BRICS, which is I think it's Brazil, it's Russia, it's India, it's China, and our South Africa. It's our South Africa. South Africa, it's ours. It's for all of us, Mzansi. You know, South Africa is like the pride of Africa. So, tonight song, we're gonna carry it on our shoulders. Yay, it's our South Africa. If Ufunu Kwata was over right, again ndaba. But anyhow, this whole thing about Brits and Brits currency and Brits dollar and And Minangel, I'm just like, guys, what's a galene? Like, what's happening? And Jiggy, China is giving South Africa like the millions for fixing ESCOM problems. And I'm just like, Mara, like, I kind of have mixed motion, like, I understand this. So I don't know. Can someone please come and tell us in the comment section? Like, can we discuss this thing? Like, how do we feel about this BRICS, BRICS currency and BRICS things? Because from my studies, or from what I found out, was that the BRICS is like a group of nations who are coming together to help each other, with economical crisis and also weather problems, because even like Manja, like Mzanzi, we don't know if we're coming or we're going. Jiggy is the tornado. Jiggy, no, it's not tornado. Was it the tornado? Yeah, Jiggy is the earthquake. Jiggy, it's the earth cracking and there's an explosion. Like, come Zanzine, we need Jesus. So, but mainly this BRICS thing is like a group of countries coming together to help each other. So, like, as we're seeing, China has given South Africa some money to help with the electricity problems, and also they're also saying that they will come up with ideas, because apparently it's like China also had load shedding back in the past, so they're gonna help South Africa, with solutions of how we can overcome load shedding. Mara in King Ayami, like, my question is that all this money that they are giving to South Africa, is it for free now? Like, because I know, qualified saying, guys, nothing is for free. There's nothing for mahala. Like, we all know that saying, Kumzanzi. We all know that there's nothing for mahala. So, I understand, like, so China giving South Africa all the serious millions of rands. What do they aim to achieve, And I also heard that there was the agricultural part where now, because of that BRICS thing, South Africa will be able to export avocados to China. And I'm like, well, that's good. That's nice. It's nice. But too, as well, I had a conversation with someone, and the only remark they made about this whole, China giving South Africa a lot of millions, and, is that one day, Sizovuga la Mzanzi, and we would realize that Josie is now a Xing Shong Hing Hong Hang. And I laughed so much. And somebody was like, in the near future, like Johannesburg and all of these big cities, they're going to become overseas. Like, when people go home, Emakaya, and they come into Joburg for work, they'll tell you, Kuriye, I'm going overseas, I'm going abroad, because all of these are big cities who will be occupied by the Chinese and all of that. I don't really know, right? So I want us to discuss in the comment section, what is your opinion about this BRICS, thing? And I also learned that they're trying to come out with a BRICS dollar, like where one BRICS dollar is gonna be equivalent to 55 US dollars. And like, this whole BRICS thing is just, they're trying to weaken the Western world, do you understand? But in King Ayami is like this, ne? If I can remember from like some conversations which I heard here and there, it's that we are trying to make Africa one, or we're trying to build a one Africa. Imagine this thing of BRICS, you feel like it's standing in the way, We're not going to have this one Africa that we want. And my question too, it's like, if they're trying to overpower the Western world, why do they still want to have dollar in their BRICS currency, If it's BRICS, say one BRICS, why do you want to say one BRICS dollar, or $1 of BRICS? I don't know how to want to call it. But like, I'm understanding. And another thing too, like, nginombuzo, guys. In this life, we make money. Money is being made from paper, like, it's like they make clothes, right? Why can't they just make money and give everybody? And someone said, no, it's because there will be no more equality. No. We will not be the same, guys. Don't worry. Because there are people who can spend, and there are those who can save. Right? Let them give everybody equal amount of money. You who becomes reckless with your own share of money, then you were reckless. Then those who can save now will become rich. Like, and you understanding why Colifax say we have to stress, we have to clupper ourselves for Indabaya Chelete, and you understanding, guys, like, seriously, So that will bring me to like my very first point. South Africans, please come and educate us. And and tell us how you feel. Like, what do you think about this whole BRICS thing. And I know some other 40 countries want to join, but apparently the abbreviation is still gonna stay like BRICS, like Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. But I'm born China, ne? China! Hey! Those people, they know what they want. They know what they want. They know what they want. Then, guys, ne? My second question to South Africans is, give you no understanding, ne? This thing of deputy driver, when you get into a taxi and you occupy the front seat, you automatically become the one who counts the money, who gives out the change, who gives the, like, you make sure everybody in the taxi financially is sorted, right? And you understand, like, you feel like people need to be paid. You understand? Like, if you sit in front and you do the finance for everybody in that taxi, they need to give you a salary, Niana, because, like, guys, this economy is tough. And you understand why? But why? Like, that's a question I want to ask. Why does the person in the front seat get to be the one to do the finance and calculate everybody's money in the taxi? Like, why? Why taxi drivers? Why do you make us who are now comfortable with our isiZulu, that will tell you, Sabona Baba, Mali yako, mind you, we have to calculate this money for you, matter why? I don't understand who came up with that policy. And if you're the one who came up with that policy, please go and revise it. Those who sit in front, they need to get paid. Like, maybe everybody needs to contribute, like, body 50 cent, and pay that one person in front, so that they can feel important in this taxi. You understand? Then the third thing as well, I saw this in an Afrikaner school where this one, the kids were going into school, right? And we were just driving past. And a lot of these kids were walking barefoot. Like, they had their shoes in their hands and they were just walking barefoot into school. And even in the mall, you find people walking barefoot. Like, guys, like, don't your legs get painful? Like, the soil on your feet, like, what is centered around that? Like, why is it like that? Is it a cultural thing? Like, why? I don't understand. Like, why do people walk around barefoot, like in schools and also sometimes in the mall? And even this one's gonna get a bit, I don't know, personal for some people, ne? But Shembe people, you also walk like barefoot. Like, why? I don't understand. I want to know why. Maybe, like, why do people walk barefoot? It's threatening. I know the Shembe people do it. The Afrikaner people also do it. Like, what is that? Like, where did it come from? And why do you guys do that? Please help me with that question. Then, this one, guys, this one, I don't know if I'm coming or if I'm going, right? But I'm going to put it out there. I know some people say it's none of your business and all of that. But I'm inquisitive like that. I'm curious like that. I want to learn. I want to know. This whole thing about male circumcision. Male circumcision. Where I come from, right? The male kids are being circumcised at birth, right? But in South Africa, I know some cultures allow for male kids to be circumcised at birth. But I know for like Xhosa people and Zulu people, you don't get to circumcise the child at birth. They grow older, and maybe around 18, I think 16 to 18, they go to the mountain, I think in winter time, where they undergo through all this training, and then they get circumcised. But whatever happens in the mountain stays in the mountain. And then some people even die from the process. I hear that it's that hard, it's that difficult, it's that tough. Some people even die in the mountain, and then after that you come back home. And then when you come back home, man, just a window, you are the man of the house. Like, I want to think it's a cultural thing, but I also want to understand, like, why is it like that? Like, why? Because also understand that when you go to the mountain and you come back home, you are perceived in a like different way, the respect which they give you, and the way you carry yourself in the community. It's like, man, just say we daughter, you're no longer a boy, it's like you've moved from a boy to a man. But I want to understand that, isn't it like those training on how you can become a man can be done without necessarily like you being like, what is the whole thing about male circumcision at a particular age? Like, why? Like, Why? Like, why is that? Like, why is it done that way? You understand? Because what I know is that for us girls, for example, they can train you at home how to be a woman, how to cook, how to clean, you know, how to be umakoti and all of that. But why does the one of the male have to be associated with circumcision, you know? Please help me understand that and educate us, you know, the whole thing about male circumcision. And like I said, I know it's a cultural thing, so I would understand if some things are being made private or secret, you know, because, you know, that's how cultural things are in Africa, you know. It's not everything you've got to know. And like, when like, I kind of like got into studying and understanding it, it was so interesting because I also informed that even like at the mountain, there are also younger boys whose role is just to come to your family, you know, take food and take a change of clothing and bring to you at the mountain. So in this time when you're at the mountain, your family has no interaction with you, you know. Whatever you need, they would send this set of young boys. They will come to the village, collect the things and go back to the mountain. Like, I kind of feel like it's really interesting. Like, can we just know more about this whole male circumcision thing? And for anybody who give us this elaborative comment, thank you guys in advance. Thank you so much. Thank you. And another thing as well, right, is this whole thing about soccer. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. The other time I went to FNB Stadium, I was super excited. Maybe I'll put a video, I don't know. I'll put a couple of pictures, right? I went to FNB Stadium. If you know, you know that in South Africa, the clubs that create Vuruvai, you know, it's Amakosi. Amakosi, how do you do it? I think it's like this, Amakosi, I think. And then Body Baganeers, you know. Yes, Amasandawana, they are the best, but they don't really create that thing, you know. When Chiefs and Pirates are playing, guys, until like, I heard so much about this and I'm like, I want to experience it. I want to go see it. And I was so blessed. Shout out to Malume William. Thank you so much for holding me down when I went to FNB Stadium. And he even lost his phone, Shem, Malume. Malume lost his phone. And we went to FNB Stadium and watched this Pirates and Chiefs game. It was so fun. It was so nice. Masamelolo. Eh, Siola lebeten, you know. And like, you know what, when like people were walking in with the ticket, you know, okay, to buy a ticket, I knew it was 100 rand, but it's like different. But one thing I saw was how people had passion for soccer. I know all over the world, South African soccer is not that famous or that big. Yes, the women are trying, Banyana, they're even going to the World Cup. But Bafana, hi, we don't know. But when it comes to like national, like South Africans and their love for soccer, it's personal. It's inborn. Like, I don't know, like, how did you guys get to this point that you all love soccer so much? It's a thing where in families, in the house, like the mother, the father, the kids, all of them are like maybe Pirate fans, all of them are like Kaizer Chiefs fans. And whenever these clubs or these teams, like they release a new jersey, these things are not cheap. Like they cost like 1.2, like 1,200 rand. That's almost like, if I want to say, it's almost like maybe like 30 or 40K in Cameroon. That's a lot of money, guys. That is a lot of money. What am I even saying? It's like almost 50K. Let's say roughly around 50K. 1.2, yeah. It's almost around 50K. Like, guys, that's how much people invest into like their love for soccer. When a club releases a new jersey, people take out 1.2, go and buy the new jersey. And some even go as far as like writing their names at the back of the jersey. Like, I know like there are big clubs like the UEFA, like Man City, Man United, where people have, but it's the first time where I'm seeing that in a nation, the people are so passionate about soccer. I even remember like this one woman, she even had a drum. She was like, dun dun, dun dun. Like, how? Like, where did you guys get this love for soccer from? Like, when did you guys get to this point where you are so obsessed with soccer? If you're a South African and you don't have a favorite national team, I don't know. Upila Gubi, like, where do you stay? Like, are you really South African? Because one thing I know is that South Africans love soccer. Like, they love soccer. Like, even if you don't watch soccer, you would know about it. You would know about it because on radio, they've got radio shows. Like, it's a big thing. Like, how did you guys get to this point? Like, how? Like, I know for your singing, your dancing, you got it from like your days of struggle, you know, where singing was what kept you guys together and dancing. But this whole thing of love for soccer, like ipumagubi, like where did you guys get it from? Like, I want to know, because I was like super shocked, and like I was like, wow, women are even like into like soccer. Like in Cameroon, like if you're a female and you're into soccer, it's gonna be like when there's something you are not making sure. But like in South Africa, like people like have that huge love for soccer. So I want to know, the question is, how did you guys get to the point, or what made you all like love soccer? Like, what is the history behind your love for soccer? And definitely another thing, right, guys, please tell me, ne? I want to know in the comment section, have you ever seen a South African man who doesn't have holes in their ears? Because me, I've never seen. I have never seen. Even the Christians, like I have never seen. Like, let me not even go back and forth. I know with the Shembe, like Shembe men, they wear like those ones like that have the African, you know, design and all of that. But I want to ask South African men, because I know for Cameroonian men, like those who wear it is like for looking pretty, to charm the girls, looking nice, you know. That's why people have piercings. And even in Cameroon, like a lot of boys were not even allowed to. So back in the days, they used to have like magnetic earrings. So you magnet the earring because you don't want to make a hole in your ear. But in South Africa, I am still to find a South African man who doesn't have holes in his ears. Like, I don't understand, like, what is that? Like, where did it come from? Like, what, like, how did you guys get to the point that almost all of you have got holes in your ears? Is it a cultural thing? Or is it a thing like Cameroonian men where it's just for looking good and looking pretty and charming the ladies? Please let me know, South African men. These are for all my men. Because I've come to like a lot of my viewers are men. So thank you guys so much. So to all my South African men, please let me know in the comment section. Why is it that I think about 99.9999% of South African men, they've got holes in their ears? Like, what is it for? Is it a cultural thing, or is it for just looking good? Please let me know in the comment section. And then this one there, guys, I want them personally. This one is for my own personal inquiry. I want to know, cause I want to do it. Like, are my curves, guys. And guys, like South African women, like please come and tell us, South African men. I don't know who's gonna tell us, but please come and tell us, how did you guys get to a point where you're so curvy? Like South African women and the sbono, if you don't know what sbono is, it's the behind, it's the backside. Like a lot of you nitwiri, like you guys have got it. I know in the Western world, and also like for us in Central Africa or West Africa, we are not that gifted, you know, when it comes to the hips. You know, everybody hips don't lie. So a lot of people rely on surgery. But a lot of South African women are naturally endowed. I don't know if it's a natural thing, or maybe it's the food, or maybe it's the workout. Like angazi, like I want to know, guys, please tell me, because nami ngiyaifuna, like ngifuna bai figure 8, like, you know, ngiyaifuna, because I feel like ngiyayidinga, you know, but I don't want to go under the knife and under the, you know, the surgery and all of that. I know for like the beautiful skin, I've given up. Like I've given up on that struggle, because I've come to realize that South African women and beautiful skin, you know, it's the genes, you know, and also the weather and the climate in which they grew up in, you know. So for that one, I've given up on it. But Ngiyaifuna, I want those one for the curves. Like, how did you all end up being so curvy? How did you all end up being so, you know, figure 8? Because I want it. Nami Ngiyaifuna. Ngifuna ngote mangi say crook. All the guys go like, ooh, you know. Ngifuna cause I'm a distractions gonna, like, it's not like now I don't cause distractions. Like, I do cause distractions a bit in my own lane, but ngifuna ba extra, ngifuna ba more. Like, ngifuna kuri mangi say bati yo, you know, bati he kuti ho, you know, I wanna give the ho. Like people be like, ha. Like, please tell me in the comment section, if it's food, if it's workout, tell me. I know I don't like working out, because I hit the gym the other day. Oh guys, my body is so like in pain. Like my pain is paining. But for those curves, ngizohambe gym. Like I'm gonna go to the gym. Ngizohambe gym. Like ngizojima, you know. Please hit me up. Like whatever it is, if it's the diet, tell me. Because ngiyaifuna, even if it's for 1 month, niana, why I come up with that figure and then ngiyadlula ukuthi But you understand? Like, if you don't go see, when I pass the people be like, ooh, like tell me, because a lot of South African women are curvy. Like, I don't understand. Is it a thing from birth? So if it's a thing from birth, maybe Nami I'll just give it. But if it's a thing of diet and workout, please tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Please, South African women, I want that recipe. Tell me what makes you guys so curvy. What makes you all so curvy? What makes you all so curvy? Because and thank you in advance. Thank you so much for the plug. Whoever is gonna plug me. And then definitely my next point, right? I don't know, like I've come to realize that in every area, right, there are superstitious beliefs, right? Because where I come from, right, for example, they say don't call someone's name out at night because the witches can take the name and go and do something bad to them. What. You see, like maybe like during the day you can scream, yo, Geraldine, from down of the street. At night in Cameroon, don't try it. Don't do it because the person will finish you. Because they just believe that they will take your name, go and do moti for you and do you bad things. Also, don't sweep at night. So now my question to South Africans is, why do you guys close curtains when it's raining or when there's thunder and lightning? Why do you close the windows? Why do you close the curtains? And why do you cover the mirrors with blankets? Like, what is, like, why? What is behind that? Like, I don't understand. I would fairly understand for like the switching off of the TV and the plugs, because maybe, you know, electrical supplies, you know, can make your TV to blow or explode or whatever that English is. But I do not understand, why do you all close mirrors and curtains when it's thundering and lightning? Why? Is it a superstitious something, or, you know? And even more, like guys, please come into the comment section. Tell me, South Africans, what are other superstition beliefs that, you know, they tell you, yeah, when you get here, don't do this. But so that we can be aware. We can just be aware and be safe. You understand? So let me know in the comment section, why are mirrors and curtains being closed or covered when there's thunder and lightning? Like, what is that for? Why? And definitely another thing that I also want to ask is if definitely Indabaya black text. Ooh, the cat is out of the bag. Now, this one is for us to discuss, right? I personally believe that in every part, maybe in Africa, I think Africans, we have black text. We are black text even without us knowing. But one thing I've come to realize is that when you give freely to your family members, it's not really black text, right? I only got to know. I know, Kuri, like for us in Cameroon, like when you make it in life, definitely you must support your family here and there, but it's not an obligation. But when I got to South Africa, I hear people talk about black text. And some people say black text is this thing where every member of a family feel entitled to the money of that successful member of the family. Does it make sense? That every member of a family feels like the rich, successful member of the family owes them money and must give them money every month. Like, what do you guys think about black text? Like, what is black text? Because I'm the only child. I don't see it as black text. I just see it like supporting my mom, supporting my family where I can and when I can. So for me, I don't really see that black text, but I know it's a big conversation. It's a big, you know, big word where people talk about, oh, I'm being black text. Black text is so depressing. It's so because even when you make it in life, from what I understand as South African, like a black South African, when you make it, it's really hard for you to really excel because emakaya, you know, ndeniwako, it's kind of you kind of feel like you feel drained. You feel like they are draining you and squeezing the blood out of you. But please let me know, guys. Tell us more about black text. What is it about, you know? And if you're being black text, how do you feel about it? But personally, I feel like for black text, I've come to realize, for me personally, a few solutions to black text. As black people, let's stop having kids we cannot sponsor. Let's stop having kids we cannot take care of. Let's be responsible, you know? And like, you know, with this thing there, guys, I know bati cloth, skin to skin is very nice and whatever, but guys, there's something called condom, which is given freely. I know in South Africa, you go to restrooms, Kodi garages, you go to school restrooms, you find condoms there for mahala. And there was a whole conversation where people were like, why does government make condoms readily available but cannot make sanitary pads available for kids who need it? But it's like, we cannot solve all problems at the same time, you understand? So I think that the government making condoms readily available is to like avoid teenage pregnancies and all of that. So for me, I personally feel like one solution to black text is just us getting responsible about having kids, you know, as individuals. You know, have a child when you feel you are ready, when you know you're ready. But if it so happens, you know, that you cannot control it, you know, and you have a child out of wedlock and you're not ready and all of that, you can still up your game. You can still pull up yourself. Someone says that the only people who do not have hope, qualified, are the people who are 6 feet below. So long as you've gone 6 feet down, then there's no hope for you. But like so long as you're breathing, like you wake up, you do, there is hope for you, you know. So for anybody who is being black text and they feel drained and feel however, for me, I feel like, you know, you can always discuss these things because it feels like it's a very big thing. Because even on TV, there's a show they call what is this thing? What what is that show? Lo, is it Lomtwalo Uyang Katala? Something about this thing is it's weighing me down, it's burdening me. You find stories where like there are mothers who have got, they staying with their kids in the house, then these kids have got grandkids, then these kids don't even help the mother or help the parent, you know, to be able to sort out the house bills, you know, and this mother must take care of the kid, take care of the grandkid, take care of herself. And that time, I got Collie sharp, like her salary is not good, you know, enough for her to be able to take care of all of these things. And like, yo, guys, in the reality shows on South Africa TV, like it just shows you how, like, you know, there is a lot, you know, that people are going through. You know, you get shows like Ex Repo, you get shows like what is this thing? There are a lot on Honey TV. There's even my HIVs. There's like there are a lot. There's a lot of shows that when you just watch, you just sit and you're like, oh, people are going through a lot. People are coming from a lot. People are about to enter a lot, you know. But nonetheless, if you're going through a lot, you're coming out of a lot, you're about to enter a lot, there is light at the end of the tunnel. And somebody was like, I understand, Kuti, people say there's light at the end of the tunnel, but Mbuzo wami Kuti, ngifunani eternal before I'm looking at the light at the end of the tunnel. Mina ngifunani eternal. So that so much cracked me up. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're able to laugh, you know, even if you're saying to yourself, oh, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and you want to ask yourself, maybe you should sit and think back. Kuti wena ufuna ndoni eternal. Ubahlang mo. What do you want in that tunnel? But that's it from me to you guys. I know my voice is so horrible. Most importantly, please subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Let's interact in the comment section. This video entirely is for all my South Africans. Come out here, tell us what you want us to know, you know. Let's get rid of the misconceptions, you know, and get the rightful words out there. And I had somebody who asked me, why don't you talk about your country, Cameroon? The big thing towards that, just to put it out there, I grew up in Cameroon, yes, but for most of the times in my life in Cameroon, I was a child. And also when I got to understanding life, I was in boarding school for good 7 years. So when you're in boarding school, you don't really get to experience life outside, you know. I came to SA, went to university, you know, and now I'm able to interact with people and I'm able to understand, you know. I became an adult in South Africa. I got to live alone when I was in South Africa. I got to become independent and responsible for myself. Yes, my mom helps me here and there, but I became responsible and for myself in South Africa. So I don't know so much about life in Cameroon. I can only tell you so much about life in South Africa from my experience, you know. So I just said, let me put it out there for those who give the hate comment about why don't you make videos about Cameroon and all of that. I'm talking my experience. And if you check at my banner, it says lifestyle. So it's my lifestyle, more Mzansi South Africa. And most importantly as well, I just want to remind everybody, kuri ungalahli themba, you know. There will always be a way out. There is always a way out. Most importantly, ungalahli themba, izinto izolunga ngesikhathi, you know. Give it time, you know, and amasango azovuleka. So ungalahli themba. Thank you guys so much. Ngi grateful, ngi happy. I've spoken a lot. My voice feels drained. I'll see you guys in my next video. Continue to be wonderful, loving, amazing guys. So my ladies, please give me those curvy tips, okay? Because I wanna you know, so anyhow guys, bye.